against each other. Pretty interesting matchup right here.
Hunter, sorry. Hunter, I've actually think I've played against. I believe they are the Snake player, and they're really, really solid. Mayday, I have no clue.
That's all good though. I think I've heard about Mayday a little bit. Very solid Lucas player. She, I mean, she is seed number 35 in a 60+ person bracket for a reason. You know what I mean? So it is gonna be interesting seeing how these two relatively evenly matched players stand up to each other. I believe Hunter usually go by Hunter Winthrop. Is that the case?
Or am I mistaken? I don't know. I think it was still just Hunter, but I could be mistaken. And in general, this matchup, honestly, I feel like it could be either way, especially that Absorb playing one of the biggest factors, as well as the fact that Lucas just in general has the reflector, so ability to kind of like bring things to a more even pace, especially against such a character that can really just like get back for free, doesn't really have to worry about the PK Thunder, and really doesn't have to worry about getting hit by the freeze too much, because they're able to just kind of air dodge past it.
True, yeah. No, I think historically speaking, the Earthbound boys have had a pretty solid matchup against Snake, so it's going to be interesting seeing how it goes. We've seen a lot of this matchup throughout the years. I remember like very early in Ultimate, we would see like Austin versus MVD a lot down in Texas. That back third right there is going to take the KO and a little bit of a taunt. Okay.
A little spicy there, but going right back into it, looks like Hunter has giving up the stage advantage, but maybe will be able to get this kill relatively soon, hopefully for them. But
you're in the Gimmer grab confirm range, so you got it there. But yeah, I think as you were saying earlier, I think stage control is like a pretty defining part of this matchup. Being able to hold down center stage and put on that pressure. I mean, we're seeing it right now. Hunter being able to keep Mayday, at bay. And, we see right there. Low grab, little up tilt, gonna take it to a two-stock situation.
Yeah, and that damage can rack up really quickly. As you can see, one grenade at 13%, and that could climb very quickly with this character.
Yeah, no, it can definitely climb. I feel like with both these characters, honestly, like, the damage can really, like, start to add up. The combo game is pretty heavy with both these characters. Very, like, setup-based, I will say.
Yeah.
Which is why we have just a little bit of a slower-paced game compared to most matchups. But even then, they're still doing a pretty good job of, like, putting on the pressure in that close range, as we're seeing right now.
Yeah, and I feel like out of all the characters in the game, Snake actually has the highest potential to be able to keep up with Lucas just in terms of like punishing out a shield, especially with that down air, being able to drift so far and being so fast.
And the amount of damage it does too.
Yeah, for sure. But that up tilt not going to kill just yet. Forward tilt not going to take it either, but this is going to set up for a nice position off stage.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because at literally any point, at any percentage, Lucas can get knocked out by one of Snake's attacks, but a lot of those options aren't the safest, but sometimes you can catch him with a little C4 trap like right there and get the knockout.
Yeah, unfortunately going for a chase there that was a little bit suboptimal and going to be getting the stock taken for it. But, at 151, nothing.
I respect the attempt, but the little head bash right there is going to take the knockout, and it's going to be one stock apiece again. As we said earlier, very evenly matched players, and pretty interesting matchup. We're seeing a pretty entertaining game one so far.
Yeah, for sure, and I really hope that it keeps up like this, as Hunter is going to be able to get an F tilt and bring Mayday to ledge again. So hopefully Hunter will be able to keep this pressure going, but
I like the shield pressure with back air though to help her get back onto the stage. I think that was definitely a pretty crucial option right there. And the missed grab, I'm surprised I didn't grab, honestly. But here we go. It is getting pretty close here. We're getting relatively close to a last hit situation if May can continue to build up the damage, but Hunter still got that big lead right there.
Yeah. But it looks like it's getting a little bit away from Hunter, but the dash attack will be able to send it off and set up for a good up tilt to be able to secure game one.
The big kick right there, the gymnastics to be able to just kick all the way high up like that is impressive from Snake. And we see that KO right there in a very close game, but ultimately Hunter able to close it out. I feel like had a pretty pretty solid lead throughout most of the game as well.
I wouldn't say it was the most solid.
Yeah.
I feel like it could have like gone either way in terms of just like either person could take the stock at either time and
oh yeah, for sure,
build up the damage when they need to. So I think for this one, it's really just coming down to who's winning the neutral interaction to be able to secure the stock. But
yeah,
it's been very advantage based for the most part. You know, building up damage as well as just like keeping them at ledge for a longer period of time to be able to really secure the stocks when they need to.
Oh yeah, for sure. I will say though, I think throughout that game one, Hunter always, I mean, it was never a crazy lead or anything, but there always was like a little bit of percentage lead that Hunter had. You know what I mean? So
yes, that's true. Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting seeing. I mean, once again, we see a bit of a bit of a percentage lead here, but we know that Mayday can kind of bring it back from whatever percent. So
yeah,
I wouldn't be too concerned. Although I would definitely like to put on a little bit more pressure if I were Mayday.
Oh, for sure. And as you're saying that, you know, Hunter has been putting on this really good pressure and getting the up air as well to secure the stock is Hunter. So this is really going to start run away if Mayday's not able to start secure the stock relatively soon.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas does have a lot of KO options, that's for sure. Can even, I mean, even if it gets a really high percentage, you can just get like a throw KO, but you are going to want to get it fast because if you're not able to get that, I mean, it's hard, especially since it doesn't look like Mayday has been doing the jump cancel as airs as well.
Yeah.
And that normally is what you use to combo. Oh, tries going for a forward smash there, doesn't connect.
Yeah, so hopefully with this, Mayday will be able to get the stock, and it looks like
forward
she
tilt.
will be able to. Yeah, with using the forward tilt to be able to. That move has some insane knockback growth. So, you know, being able to just combo into that sometimes is really important. But, getting a good absorb.
Yeah, it actually healed like a good like 10% as well. That's honestly a pretty smart move right there. And Mayday going to be still behind, but not too behind yet. Although if you lose this stock is going to be a bit worrisome.
Yeah, and going right into that tilt.
It. Unfortunate. I think they were trying to get to ledge, but she unfortunately did not.
Yeah, honestly, I can't tell how to use that recovery. I've always been terrible with it. So good to anyone who's able to. But
oh my goodness, Hunter, he's going for the kill, but Mayday, she says, not quite yet. We don't have to call Mayday just yet.
Yeah, but going a bit low. And not getting the tech to be able to up B once more. Mayday going down and Hunter going up 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, Hunter playing a very solid, relatively disciplined game other than that one unhinged forward smash. But even then, he was in the position to do it. I mean, Mayday, she played pretty well. It's just that Hunter was able to consistently close. And, yeah, no, I think Hunter was just like kind of just a step ahead a little bit.
I definitely see that. And just in general, like, Hunter, I feel like played very composed in terms of not using too many grenades.
Yeah.
Like, using them to close the gap, but not using them to just overly extend and just, like, hold space center stage, using them really well, just to be able to, like, you know, pepper, but not, like, overextend to getting absorbed.
I agree. I will say, though, Hunter had some pretty nice subs throughout the game. I mean, we saw him earlier in that stock take that little B reverse, that B reverse C4, take the knockout on that second stock, and yeah, Hunter was able to just take advantage of Snake's arsenal, just having so many different kill options. And as we see in this replay right here, just sometimes all it just takes is just a run up tilt.
Yeah, and Snake's forward tilt is definitely one of those ones that can just do that, and the amount of space it takes up. Honestly, thank God it's not the brawl one.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's not that much worse. But
yep,
it's I mean, it's still really good. But yeah, no, thank goodness it's not the brawl one for sure. But yeah, right here, I mean, Hunter just weighing it out, trying to call out that recovery mix-up, and he does. And it felt like after that stock, things started to kind of landslide a little bit. And we saw that, unfortunately, missed recovery cost her the game. But it was a good set, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, very even on both sides. Could have gone either way. And definitely just like small advantage state things, keeping each other at bay, were really the defining factors of the matchup.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, Mayday has definitely some things to learn from it. Definitely just like saying, okay, I'm going to be better at keeping Snake in disadvantage because, you know, his disadvantage isn't the best.
Yeah.
It's very easy to juggle, but, you know, it is, you know, it was still a really solid match.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the nice thing about being on stream, right? Getting the opportunity to look back at the VOD and review, you know, what you did well, what you could have done better. It's always a nice little experience. Whether, you know, you win a set, you lose a set, it's close, or you get destroyed, it's always just a nice experience being on stream.